welcome to another episode of Cooking with Saucy Sean's Fine Eats, where we make real food for real people. So today we're going to make, I think my camera's going to fall off. Hang on a second here. There we go, that's better. Today we're going to make a salted caramel brownie. I've never done this. This is new to me. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you like it. I hope I like it. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to use my basic brownie recipe for this. So nothing too extreme or crazy. I'm going to start with, I'm going to take 4 eggs here. And I'm going to beat them up. Now this is going to be harder to do when I'm home because what I'm using for caramel are these little craft caramel bits which you can buy down here. These things are really cool, really nice. But you know what? We just don't have them at home. And that really disappoints me a little bit. There we go. A little bit better there. Ah, there we go. So I'm going to start with 4 eggs. I'm going to beat them up. Just going to whisk them up here. Get them all nice and frothy. The nice thing about this recipe is you can use a mixer to do it, but you actually really don't need one. So there we go. Our 4 eggs are beaten up. And then I need the butter, which is melted. A cup of butter. We'll get that in a minute. I need 1 cup of flour, which I've got in my bowl here already. That's annoying. There we go. I need 2 cups of sugar, white sugar. 1, 2, there we go. 2/3 of a cup of cocoa. A half teaspoon of baking powder. Yep, I used powder, I didn't use soda. That's a good thing, right? A half teaspoon of salt. There we go. We'll come to that in a minute. And yeah, we're going to mix all of that up. This is a really good brownie recipe, really easy. No, it's not healthy. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a treat. So we get all the dry ingredients mixed up. And then we're going to add in 2 teaspoons, 10 milliliters of vanilla. We're going to add in 1 cup of melted butter. That's 2 sticks or half a block of melted butter. There we go. Mix that up. We're going to take 4 beaten eggs. And we're going to toss them in here. There we go. We're going to mix this up really well. We want to get that egg mixed in there really well. Probably should have done the egg before the butter as I think about it, but that's okay. We'll still be able to eat this. Anyway, so this is, I say, a really good brownie recipe. My oven is preheated to 325 degrees. It's going to bake for about 15 to 18 minutes. Okay, so that's all mixed up. But now we need to add in the caramel bits. Look at this. Oh, look at these little balls of caramel. They're so cute. Yes, I stock up when I come down. I'm going to start with 1 cup. And we're going to see how that looks. I think that'll work. So I saw a new joke this week. Got to admit, kind of like it. It's a dad joke. You ready for it? You've probably read it on Facebook already. Why does the Norwegian Navy put barcodes on the side of their warships? So when they return to port, they can Scandinavian. Scandinavian? Get it? Laugh! Come on, man. Yeah, I think that 1 cup will be enough caramel bits. So, I'm going to take a 13x9 pan, spray a little bit of cooking spray in it, pour this into it. These brownies have been really popular every time I've made them. Now add in the caramel. I'm not sure what that's going to do to them, but I guess we will find out. We're going to put it in the oven and let it bake. You bake this until it just starts sliding away or pulling away from the edges of the pan. Don't even toothpick test, just look for it to get nice and firmish, sliding away. Not hard to do, but it's really easy to overcook them. You really don't want to do that. I've had too many people do that to them, and it's not fun. But we're going to put this in, we're going to smooth it out so it's nice and even in here. Say the cooking pan's already been sprayed. I'm going to put it in the oven, which isn't hot yet. As soon as it's hot, we'll put it in for, I'm going to start with 18 minutes and we'll see what it looks like. After it's done, we're going to pull it out, let it cool, and then we're going to make a creamy brownie frosting to go on it. And then we're going to sprinkle some sea salt on top of that, and we're going to see how it turns out. I'm looking forward to this. I hope you guys are too. So we'll talk to you in a little bit. Okay, so this has taken a lot longer to cook than it should have. I know my camera's at a weird angle. I just had a tripod problem. But it's finally done. You can see where it's... Ooh, let's close this oven. It's looking a bit weird in that it's not the same color, but I think it's done because you can see where it's starting to, and it's not just because it's a foil pan, but it's starting to pull away from the edges. So I'm calling it done. The center, I think it's good. It's been in there like almost 40 minutes, which is like twice as long as it should have been. So we're calling it done. It may sink a little bit. We'll see what happens. We'll let this cool and we will ice it. And there goes my battery pack for my light. Awesome. Talk to you guys in a while. I don't have to do. Say my tripod fell down earlier, my light broke, my battery pack died. It's all falling apart. But we're going to quickly throw together some creamy brownie frosting for this cake, for this brownie. So we're going to start with, what are we going to start with here? We're going to start with 2.5 cups of ice and sugar. I need butter. I need melted butter. So we're going to quickly melt some butter in the microwave. I'm using a cup because all my bowls are dirty right now. That should work. Melt nicely. Okay, while we're doing that, we're going to grab a 1/2 cup of cocoa. For this, I'm using Nestle Toll House cocoa because, well, that's what I bought. We use a 1/2 cup of cocoa. There we go. We are going to use, what's next on the list? Your vanilla. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 1, 2. And then the next ingredient, you can use honey or light corn syrup. It's 40 milliliters, which is less than a quarter cup. It's also about 4 tablespoons. No, 3 tablespoons. Something like that. Tablespoon is 15 milliliters, so call it 3 tablespoons. That'll work. And the ice and sugar, we're going to mix all of this up. This will never fit in there. And then we're also going to leave room for a little bit of water, milk. Oh, look at the mess I made. Approximately half a cup of butter. That's all I got left, so it'll have to work. And then we're just going to mix all of this up. So you want the butter melted, because that's providing most of the liquid for this recipe. Just mix her up here. Now this is going to be a little bit too thick, so I'm going to add in up to about 3 tablespoons of cold water, or say milk would work, cream would work, kind of whatever you want. Depends too. If you can do this with margarine. This is one of the few recipes I'll say, yeah, go ahead and use margarine if you're trying to do a completely dairy-free thing. You just want to mix it up. It's going to be a little bit runny. Get rid of all the lumps, get rid of all the sugar. It's a really quick and simple icing to make for this. And gives it a nice little sweetness, nice little bitterness from the chocolate, a little extra sweetness from the honey or the clear corn syrup. There we go. You can see it's a nice, sorry the light's even worse than normal. As I said, my light died on me. So we're just going to pour this on here. And we're going to spread this out. I leave this sit for a little while and this icing should firm up nicely. Okay, so there we have our iced brownie. Now it is still warm. I didn't let it fully cool because I want a piece of it. And then we're going to take some sea salt and just lightly sprinkle it. There we go. Now we have a caramel sea salt brownie. Now the real question I have is, what's this puppy going to taste like? And that I do not have an answer for. So I am really curious, gotta be honest. I'll take a little chunk of this. Right like so. Oh, that didn't come out very well. Well, you can see kind of what she's looking like. Wow, that's a bad reflection. I think I'm going to fork this one. Okay. Those caramel bits are really good in there. That's worth trying. think I'm going to try this with Score or Heath bits too. I think that would be really great. Anyways, just a different take on my classic brownie. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I wish you a great day. Please, share this with your friends. Tell them you love me because I'm so wonderful. Let's see what happens. Again, you saw how easy this was to make. This video is going to be under 15 minutes, I think. And that was how long it took to make the brownie from scratch. Forget buying the kit. Just make it from scratch. It is so easy and so much better for you than all the extra chemicals. Yeah. Hey, have a great day.